Hi everybody, my name is Caro. I love to read, and usually I make these videos and I tell you about the books I have read. However, this time and this year I want to make it a little bit different. I want you to read with me, to read together. So that's why I'm making the other way around videos. Now I'm gonna tell you what I'm about to read. So if you like it, if you're interested, you can buy the books, and then in my Instagram account that I'm gonna put in the description, you can follow me and see what are we reading, and maybe you can send me a DM and say, hey, when do we start? And we read together, and maybe we then can put a call or something to discuss the book, so it's nicer. I don't want to be talking about the books, which, I mean, I love the feedback you give me, but I think it's better if we read at the same time. So hope you like the initiative and hope you're not listening to all the noise around me, because I'm in Mexico City, and here usually the tradition is people come and sell things in the street, and right now there's a person selling a bakery on a car selling stuff and screaming. So I hope you don't listen to it, but if you do, it's more natural, more organic. And then let's start. Okay, so first book, and I'm already actually reading it, is this one, Breast and Eggs from Mieko Kawakami. She's a Japanese writer and actually artist, very talented woman. She is also poet, but singer, but musician, but a lot of things, and I think she's just so talented, but also very famous in Japan for bringing this new wave to literature in which they talk about women themes and kind of feminist. I need to know, I don't know if she's feminist or not, but for the kind of things she talks about in her book, I think she can have this kind of line. And it's also interesting, you know, because we've been talking a lot about feminism in this side of the world, a little bit in the Middle East, maybe if you've been following me for the last months, but we haven't gone into how is it to be a woman in Asia, specifically in Japan, which is not necessarily the most vanguard country in terms of women and gender equality. So I thought it would be interesting to read here. I'm sure if you're based in the US or in Europe even, it would be very easy to get it. It's in English already, probably in Amazon, I hope. And here's the cover. I'll leave you the details in the description anyway in case you want to buy it. But so far so good. I already started. Really easy to read, really interesting topics, and we'll say more when you text me and say to me if you're reading it. Then the second one I'm gonna read is this one. Probably, I don't know, in Mexico also it's been very known. Actually, this book is from 2018, and it's been a whole hit, not only in the US but also in Mexico, and it's over in Spanish if you want to read it like that. But it's about, Madeline Miller is actually an expert on Greek mythology, and as you know, or if you don't, let me tell you, Greek mythology is also very, if not misogynistic. I don't want to get into any polemic here, I'm not the expert in there either, but from what I know, it's not exactly very empowering for women. And then there is also actually there are many stories in which the women is the bad or the cause of the trouble, and you know how it goes. We've been with this kind of a narrative for many decades, but what Madeline Miller wanted to do is to tell the story of Circe, which is a character of this mythology, but in a different way, from her perspective. And I think that's why it has been a hit. I cannot tell you more because I haven't read it, but the friends of mine that have said it's great and it's super powerful, and they know what kind of line I have, and they say I would love it, so I'm really eager to read it. I'm also gonna leave the details in the description in case you want to learn more. Then I have here this book that a very loved friend of mine just gave me as a gift, and I love it. It's Jane Austen. To be honest, it's been years that I read it, and probably I did it because of school, so I never have sit down and read it just for pleasure and to understand way better. If you don't have any context about Jane Austen, she's a British writer from the 18th century, maybe even less. Sorry if I am saying something terrible, but the point is she was alive many years ago, and she was quite revolutionary for her time. So actually, I don't know if she would consider herself a feminist or not, but the topics and her way of thinking were very ahead of her time, were very like revolutionary back then. She would start talking about how to give power to women, how the political system is configured to exclude women, and how can we kind of fix that. So it's very interesting to read considering the context. And this is, I mean, her books are just a classic, and I'm really happy that now I have this copy to read on my own. And I mean, I think you can get it anywhere because, as I tell you, it's very famous books, so hope you can get it too. Here's the cover. I'll leave you the details too. And finally, but this I'm gonna put a question mark on it because I don't know if you don't speak Spanish. I'm not so sure if you can get it in English. This is a book from my called the university where I studied. It was compiled there by students and for academics from there. I was already graduated when it happened. But it's a very great exercise because it came from a contest about making short stories. And the whole line, or the editorial line, was to talk about people who usually don't have voice. That's why the name Vita Contemplativa, the Invisibles, to talk about people who's not seen, who's not heard, and to look at them. So they're really great stories, and personally this is a very close to my heart book because a lot of talented people that I like and I love and I'm a big fan wrote a story for here, and probably this was their first published book. So, and I'm sure these people is going to be hell of super talented people. They are gonna have so much success in the literary world. So I just wanted to have a copy of their first published book, and I'm sure so far the stories I have read are beautiful. And I'll let you, if you can get it in English, I'll promise I make a review and I'll leave it for you, so at least you get a little bit of a taste. So these are the 4 books. I hope you can get them, or if you have read it also, just text me. I think it will be great. I will tell you the name of the I'm gonna tell you the name of the Instagram account, but it's in Spanish. It's called ¿Qué les caro?, which means what are you reading, Caro? But I know it's kind of difficult to catch it, so I'm gonna put it in the description too. And please do, if you already read it, also text me. It's nice to discuss when I'm finished. Or if you want to get the pace with me, then just follow me on Instagram. You'll see what I'm reading or when I'm about to start, and then you can text me like, hey, I already got the book, let's read together. And that would be so much fun. I just want to stop talking about only what I think about the book and understand how everybody else is doing, and start having a conversation now that we're all in a very virtual world. So text me, follow me, let me know what you think, and thank you for watching.